And we are live. Hi, Megan.
Yay. Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just kicking back. It was not raining today. That's my big news. It was not raining
Oh my
because
gosh.
we've had so much rain in Southern California. It,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Of course, it's awesome. They're still saying we're not out of the drought, though. So
Really?
well, we're
How can
out
that
of
be?
it.
It's been
We're
raining
out
for
of
so
it
long.
now, but they're saying that all it will take is like one hot summer to put us right back there. So it's
Oh,
a lot better, the reserve, but and the snowpack, but it's not like a permanent fix. It'll be a fix for this summer and then that's it. And now, like,
yeah.
up by my house, you see all the hillsides are green and everything's growing and it's great, but you know what's going to happen by midsummer? It's all going to be dead and it's going to be a terrible fire hazard. So then we'll have wildfires by October. It'll be, Southern California is burning. So that's the cycle of it all. But anyway, that
Yeah.
sounds so like negative, but I'm
My
actually,
poor Nana's been texting me that she's so depressed because she doesn't like when it rains and
yeah, you're
yeah.
stuck at home. We're in California, you get very used to the sun being out. So when it's not out, it turns into this whole thing because you tend to like not even go anywhere when it's raining, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous for every other place in the world because everyone's used to rain, but we're not. So we think we're going to melt if we get a raindrop on us, and so the one day it was raining and I had been home for 2.5 weeks because Ivy's nurse had surgery. And so she was, recovering. And so I had to be at home with Ivy. So I was working from home for 2.5 weeks. And the first day I was free, I'm getting out. She's back. It
Uh-huh.
rained. It rained. And David called me, because he goes to work way before I do. And he's like, I think you should stay home today. I'm like, I am not staying home. I have been in
Yeah.
this house for 2.5 weeks. I'm leaving. I don't care what I do. I don't care because, our road washes out down below on the
Yeah.
property. And so getting in and out of the property sometimes is difficult or we'll get trapped, whichever side you're on, when the water comes up over the road. And so
Mhm.
he's like, the water's already over the road down below. You're not going to be able to get out. And I'm like, I don't care if I have to walk. I'm going. I'm
Yeah.
leaving this property today. So it was kind of funny. But what else is going on? And I am so mad at myself because I wanted to, of course, bring them and show them off. I have the print copies of Jacob's Star, and
Uh-huh.
they are gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, yay.
They're so beautiful, and I'm so excited. And I'm editing Eclipse now, and I don't know. I'm gonna love, Shark's Edge forever, but
Yeah.
those purple covers really, I am in love with them. So in love with them. It makes me love Jacob and Pia's story even more just because they look so
Yeah.
pretty. So,
I can't wait to add it to my shelf. As you can see, I have a shelf now.
yeah,
So we redid the
nice.
room and everything.
Yeah,
It's so different. It feels
it
like
looks
so
so much
fast we changed
bigger.
it.
It looks so much
Yeah.
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And it makes this purple is very cheerful.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, happy color. So what else is new? Let's see. I'm going to be in Denver the end of the
So
month.
soon.
Yeah, I think like the 29th,
Yeah.
something like that.
I
And
have it on my calendar the 30th, but you're probably going before then, but that's the date
yeah,
that it
yeah, I'm
starts.
going that Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be there and then
Yeah.
fly home Sunday. And luckily it's a short flight. I got new
Yeah, that's good.
luggage. I got new
Ooh,
luggage.
nice.
Yeah, because
I love new stuff.
the biggest one of the set was broken because David took it on a business trip and put water stop in it.
Uh-huh.
Good idea. Which was so heavy and it broke the
Yeah.
corner. The corner broke and the wheels wouldn't roll anymore. And so I end up taking like 2 or 3 pieces because they're smaller and it's such a pain in the ass because I'm only one person to have that much luggage. So I was like, I need the big pieces again. So I got a new set. So I'm all excited. All
Yeah.
excited.
Kelly said your hair is gorgeous. It
Thank
is, by the
you.
way. I didn't
Thank you.
mention it, but
It's unruly as hell. I mean, there's so much of it. And so
it's so pretty.
I'm getting a cut and color on Thursday. So all those things that we do leading up to signings. I don't know if people know that I've got to get my nails done. I got to get my
Yeah.
hair done. I got to get, everything straightened out. So it's always I'm on a clothing moratorium though. David and I made a pact at the start of the new year. Well, it's not a resolution. It was just kind of like a vow. We're done, no more, because we're both like we were getting out of hand, with the consuming. And so said, we need to stop. So
Yeah.
no new outfits, but
Wow.
so much stuff, it'll look new.
Yeah.
Stuff that people haven't seen before. But normally I'll be like, I need new outfits and
Yeah.
but I'm not doing that this time. So
well, I'm gonna miss being at the signing with you.
I'm gonna miss you there
to see all your outfits, because you always look so good and have the best clothes. I just love to see it in person.
Thank you. It's a big passion of mine. So
yeah,
that's another bad thing about working at home for me. I know a lot of people love working at home, but I'm like, I'm not really inspired at home to even get dressed, like out of my pajamas. So David comes home, he's like, did you shower? I'm like, no. No, I didn't, but because I'm like, why? It's just me and I'm hanging out, and she's super easy for me. She doesn't mind if I don't have my hair done. So yeah. But I'm trying to think. I feel like there's 8 million things going on. It has definitely been a very busy, since last month, since we did this last month. It's just been crazy. I said I'm doing the edits for Eclipse, which is good. I had a hard time with that story writing it, and so I was glad to get it back and read it again, and feel better about it, feel more confident, because that happens by the end for me. By the end of a book, I'm like, just get it away from me. I don't want it's that fucking book by then, and you don't want to even look at it. So it's been nice going through it and seeing how the story wraps up for everybody. But yeah, so I got a few changes to make, but nothing major, which makes me happy, because that always sucks when you get big ugly edits back. Yeah, and then I'm also writing the first of the standalones.
That's so exciting.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it's called yet. We have it's not a series, it's like a group of standalones. So we have like the group title, but not the individual book titles. So
I bet everyone will be so excited to hear when you can share more about it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Super excited. So that's it. That's all I got going on. I think something else will spring up, It's always drama with kids in your life and stuff. But
our author's ready.
Your bed is moving in the background.
Oh, is Honey over there? She's under the blanket.
I'm like, what? Yeah, Gibby does that too. He's always under the covers. Well, let's bring him in.
Okay. Tonight's author is a #1 New York Times, #1 USA Today, and #1 Wall Street Journal bestselling author. Her passion for the written word began with the books her mother read to her at bedtime. She wrote her first story at age 6 and hasn't stopped since. In addition to being an award-winning author of romantic fiction, she's a mother, an attorney, a black belt in Taekwondo, a grammar geek, an appreciator of fine red wine, and a lover of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. She writes from her home in Colorado, where she lives with her family. She loves to hear from readers. Please welcome Helen Hardt.
Helen Hardt.
Yay!
Yay! Helen Hardt.
I knew you were going to know who it was when we started the introduction.
You do the accolades first, and it's like, okay, then you have to get into something that's specifically about them.
Yeah.
Are you there, my friend?
Hi.
Hi, where are you?
Let's see.
There you are. Hi. How are you?
Good.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, you too. I'm actually not even at home. I was telling Megan, I'm at a writer's retreat in Colorado Springs. So This is my room, and I apologize. The light sucks. At home I have my lighting things,
Cube, and stuff.
I actually screwed up the dates for the retreat. I thought it was next weekend. And so I told Megan I could do tonight. Yeah. And then I realized, oh, no, it's this weekend. So I thought, well, I'll do it from the retreat. So cheers.
That's fine. Yeah, nice. Are you having a productive retreat?
Yeah. I got a lot of words down today. And tomorrow I need to work. I've got a new series in the works, and you know me, I'm not a plotter.
Right.
But I really
I'm not either anymore.
Yeah, I really want this series to be amazing though. So I want to kind of know where I'm going. So tomorrow is my day to just kind of try to plot.
Right.
And we'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Right.
I'll probably end up staring at a blank computer, but
you know where to find me. I'll walk you through it.
Yeah.
I've got I need to I go through this now with pantsing, which I love doing it. It feels so much more authentic or something to the story.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of, I guess that's fair enough to say. It makes the story like you don't get caught up in, well, it was supposed to go this way, but it's not the way it's going, and so but I always get to the same point every time in the book, every time, right around 50,000 words. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What is happening right now? And so then I have to go back and either read the whole thing again, and then I'll just take little notes like, I need to wrap that up. I need to put an end here, and just, it happens every time. So I need to find a way to not do that, because it takes like a week out of my.
That's normal for pantsing though. I do the same thing. I have all things going on. I create conflict wherever I can. And then at about 50,000 words, I think, okay, I've got them in all this trouble. How do I get them out of it now?
Right. In 20,000 words. So, yeah. Make it all happen.
It's kind of the way I work. But this new series, I'm doing the same thing that I did with the Steel Brothers. I'm doing it in trilogies per character.
Right.
And so I wanted to have the same feel. Believe it or not, I did not do any plotting for the Steel Brothers. I plotted out.
That blows my mind.
Yeah. Well, Waterhouse asked me for a synopsis of the first 3 books.
Right.
So I kind of made it up.
Shooted your way through it. Yeah.
Made it up. And pretty much, stuck to it. But then I got to the second 3 books and they didn't ask me for anything. So I just went with it. And I totally did not plot any. And we're up to book, 24 is coming out in 2 weeks.
So crazy.
And I haven't plotted any of them. So
crazy. But you must keep a Bible, a serious Bible, because you have so many things going on, like you have to keep, or is that all in your head? It can't possibly.
Yeah. You would think I would do that, Victoria.
Yeah. But I don't.
But I don't. Wow. And the problem with that is I do have a very good memory. Yeah. So a lot of it is in my head, but a lot of times I have to, when I'm writing or going through edits, I have to go back to previous books and do a search to find like an eye color or something else like that.
Right.
And there have been 2 times in the series where I've made a mistake and readers call me on it. Of course. So later in the series, I work it out so it wasn't a mistake.
I meant to do that.
Yeah.
I planned that.
So it's kind of like, I'm glad you guys let me know because I can fix it, now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Do you find like I'll get edits back and he'll say, I don't think that's the name. And I'm like, it's definitely the name, because imagine how much is in his head, because he's doing all of our books. And so it's he must be like, he could not remember Sebastian Shark's driver's name. And he kept saying, I think that's wrong. I'm like, no, really, that's his name. I know it is, we've been talking about the guy for how long? Because of course they all have drivers but they all have different ones. And
for me, he's actually corrected me on a couple when he was right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good when you have the same editor through the whole series.
Yeah.
But they keep it in their head as well. So yeah, that is helpful.
Yeah. So now I'm going to see you in Denver. I'm so excited.
I know. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Megan, are you coming to Denver? No?
She's not coming.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Because I got into the Denver signing very late.
Right.
Yeah. Very late. In fact, Angel and I have to share a table with her because they did not have any more space, but they allowed me to do that. So
I'm so glad you could be there.
I know. At first, when they said the tables were the school room size, the real, we're like, oh my God, and we have to share it, and she's got 35 plus books. I'm at 26 or something, we're like, okay, what 5 are you bringing and what 5 am I bringing?
Exactly.
No way, they're all coming. Yeah. So it was, but now they're going to be a little bigger. The tables will be the regular size. So that's good. Yeah. So I've just been thinking about all that, I was telling Megan before you came on, all the stuff that you have to do leading up to a signing. I gotta get my hair done. I gotta get my nails done, all this stuff. And like trying to get it all done, plus working all day and, getting everything squared away
I actually have to get my hair done like a week before I would normally get it, because it falls in a weird way with this signing, and no way am I coming with gray roots. So yeah, not happening.
I was looking today when I was doing my hair. I'm like, it looks like I have tinsel in my hair, like these gray, like this gray hair thing is.
I mean, but the way your hair is with your highlights and stuff,
it hides it.
Yeah, mine being dark brown, almost black, it's like it's really obvious. Yeah,
that's why I went with this color when I had to start coloring it. I said, I don't want to have to deal with this. I love my hair girl, but I really don't want to see her every 6 weeks, and I don't want to do that to my hair. And so she's like, it's fine, because I always had blonde up front, just that's how my hair was. And she's like, we'll just work with that and weave it through and it'll hide it and you won't even know. So
oh, it looks gorgeous. I've tried changing, but I am a dark brunette, and every time I try to change it, it just feels weird. So I actually see my my stylist every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Do my roots. I mean, it's ridiculous, but what we do,
I know all this stuff. I don't know, but I have no interest in doing it myself, because I know some people just do it themselves, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I did that for a while, or I would do it like to try to stretch out my times I had to see her. I would do my roots, but it's not the same stuff, and she uses so much higher quality stuff. And I mean, this is your hair.
Look at all this hair. Look at it.
I know. Yeah, yours is way longer than mine, and mine is pretty long.
I could not deal with all that, trying to color it. It would be crazy. It's hot. Boy, when I lift that off my neck, it was like all this cool.
Well, yeah, you've got a sweater on. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was telling Megan, it did not rain here today, which is the first time, oh my God, in weeks. We have had the craziest winter.
I heard you guys were having torrential rains.
Yeah, crazy. But I think that when it stops, because we're supposed to have rain again this week coming up, but when the sun does come out and stay out, it is going to be amazing. The flowers and everything. I hope we didn't miss the point where they bloom, because that super bloom was waiting to happen. I could see it on the side of the freeway, because that's right by my house. That it's been all over the nation, that crazy thing. And I could see it. I'm like, oh, it's going to happen again. And it actually looks bigger this time than last time. Yeah. But I wonder if those blooms like just bloomed out and we didn't even see it because it was raining. I don't know how that goes. Yeah.
Blooms have a way of getting through.
Right.
So, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. I live in a desert climate here. So
yeah. What do you want to tell us about your new series that you're writing?
I haven't made a lot of it public yet. All I am saying so far is that the hero, well, the first hero, because it's going to be an ongoing series like the Steels, is going to kind of have qualities of 3 of my most popular heroes: Talon Steele from the Steele Brothers, Braden Black from the Follow Me series, and Rock Wolf from the Wolves of Manhattan. And so he's kind of going to be a combination of those 3. And that's really all I'm saying so far. I do have the cover art. They're beautiful. I have titles and cover art for the first 3. Have not made them public yet. I want to make them public soon because I want to get pre-orders up.
Right.
But I just don't have, working on copy, don't have the copy that suits me yet. So,
yeah,
I'll get it up soon.
Yeah, I have no doubt you will. I need to brainstorm with you for titles. I'm trying to title those standalones, and I just don't know why I'm not. The title, the group title of the whole group has a keyword in it that could go in a real bad direction real fast, and so I am having to be very careful about the titles of the books themselves to not give the wrong idea about the books, because it's not and so then it's like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have done that group, but I love that group name, so I don't want to change it. but
you probably can't tell me the group name yet, can you?
Not here. I can tell
in
you, but I
public.
can't
Yes.
tell you. Yeah.
I know. Same for me. I mean, I've shared it with a select few readers, and they're excited.
Yeah.
And I want to get it out there, but I want to get it right. You know,
Right.
I don't wanna,
Right. Yeah, those
I
first
really want to
books,
promote the hell out of this one. So
the first books in a big series are so crucial. You know,
Mhm.
you have to really, really dot your I's and cross your T's, I think.
You do, because if you want to get read through, I'm lucky that I do get good read through with most of my series.
Right.
So, but I really, really want this one to really stand out. So yeah.
How
Well,
exciting.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Can't wait. I can't wait. Do you need a beta reader?
I have beta readers, but you can be one.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah. I'm actually working on the first book now, which is why, I kind of want to have, this is how I work. I sit down and I start writing, and then I figure out what the book is about.
Right.
And I have a general idea of the story arc, but I really want to nail some things down before I do my first revision, because I'll be adding some stuff in. And I do most of my really good work during the first revision. That's when I really, because my first drafts are crap. Yeah. They really are. I use the word vomit method. Get it down.
It's good though. I mean, it takes a while, because obviously I'm a much newer writer in the scheme of things than you are. It took me a while to understand that this does not have to be the best version of this book coming out of the gate. And so it gives you more freedom, and you don't get all caught up, and then be beating yourself up about not getting word count or whatever, because you're stressing about it being the best.
I go through it, I do the draft, and then I do a revision before an editor ever sees it.
Right.
And,
right.
And that's just the system that works for me,
Right.
I have a friend who says I'm one and done, I finish it and I hit send. I'm like, oh man, if I'd have no career if I did that. They'd be like,
I'd have no editor.
He'd quit his job. My God.
Yeah. No way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No.
I had something I wanted to say. I don't know. I'm so excited to be talking to you. I forget what I said.
Yeah. Did you know who it was when she read my bio?
Oh, when she read your bio, I knew instantly, but not, I didn't know leading up to it. I think people don't believe us. I really don't know who's coming.
No,
I do not know.
I mean, because I've watched, I don't normally watch the lives, because I'm always, at Saturday night I'm doing something, but I watch the videos when it's done. And I believe that you don't know. Megan told me to post it in my group today, but you're a member of my group, so I didn't post it until like an hour before.
Right.
So I was like, it pops up on your feed,
No, on the days of the lives, I don't go on social media at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just to cover that. And or people, I've had people remove me from their group. I don't even know it happens, and then put me back when it's over. So I don't see what they post, to advertise or whatever. But
okay. I could have done that. I thought of that. I could remove you and then add you back. But and I was like, I don't like removing people unless they've done something bad. So
right. And thankfully I don't have to do that. I don't I removed one person, ever. I have
mostly good people in my group too.
It
rarely happens, but we have had to do it, but very rare. And usually my moderators take care of that. I don't even know it.
Exactly. So much goes on, and I'm just window dressing, let's be honest. Oh man. So
what's been going on? What's been going on with you? How are the kids? How's everything going?
The kids are good. I got a big long story that I'm not going to talk about in public, but I'll tell you. Yeah. I'll tell you on the phone one day about my son. So he's apparently, even at 22, they still try your very last nerve as a parent.
Oh, sometimes they can. Yeah. Mine are, Eric turned 30. Can you believe I have a 30-year-old?
I can't. Well, I have a 26-year-old. So
yeah. He turns 30 in February, and Grant turns, on Monday, Grant turns 27. So yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
It is crazy. Yeah, so they're good, and Ivy's good. She's healthy, and that's, you know,
Good.
and happy,
Good.
and those are our two goals for her always.
Absolutely.
I just spent 2.5 weeks at home with her because our nurse had surgery and then she had to recover. So, you know.
Did you work from home or did you just take the time off?
No, I work from home.
Yeah.
It never stops. When you own a business, it doesn't stop ever.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So no, I still work from home, still getting calls there, still, you know, doing everything I do, but it just, I was going stir crazy because of no interaction, you know, with humans. And then poor David would come home and I'd be following him around. Like, what do you do all day? How are you? You know, because what'd you have for lunch? I wanted to know everything because I just needed input so badly. Oh, it was so bad. But he likes it because that's how it used to be. You know, I was a stay-at-home mom for, oh my gosh, so long.
I was too. I guess I never knew you were. I thought you always worked in the business.
No.
How did I not know that about you?
I only started here in 2005 when Caden went to kindergarten. So, you know, and Ivy's 4 years older than him. So I like for 10 years had this not raising kids, because that's the hardest job I do every single day of my life.
I was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, and I was still at home even when I started writing. I got serious about my writing in 2006. And I think the boys were like 13 and 10. So they were pretty independent.
Yeah.
And once they got home from school, I'd see to their needs and everything if they needed something and cook their dinner and all that stuff. And Dean would come home. But then I got serious about my writing in 2006. And but before then, I mean, Eric was born in 93. So yeah, what is that? 14, 15 years. Yeah. 13 years. Hell, I don't know. Yeah, I said they were 13 and 10. So that's right. Yeah. So I guess for 13 years, I should say I was a stay-at-home mom, but I say I was a stay-at-home mom anyway, because I was still home, you know.
Why won't this go on? My light went out.
Oh no.
If it's not one light, it's another. Megan, what is the deal?
Yeah. It's always something.
There we go. It's back. That's weird. That doesn't normally go out. It doesn't have a timer on it. I don't think it must, though, because it just happened.
Yeah. I have these really great lights in my office at home.
I got that Loom Cube one.
Yeah, I have like big. I got that one and it didn't work very well for me, but my son, you know, is a performer, and he has a ring light and then these other like lights for when he does a video, when he does what am I trying to say? Audition videos, yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, those look cool. Just why don't you get on my Amazon and order me that same thing? And they do work really well for lives like this. Like
we have a studio next door in the office next door here, and it's like an AV studio. It has everything. It has those big lights. It has all that, cameras, everything. But
you should do them in there.
I could, but I can't do it myself. So then I've got to drag people down here.
Yeah.
All right, it went out. Is it the lighting's fine, right? It's fine.
It's fine. You're fine. Yeah, you look great. You're fine.
I'm just gonna not bother with that. Whatever. Actually, it's like less of a orangey glow. I kind of like this look better. Looks more normal.
I look like it's just very dim in here.
It's like hazy.
Whatever. You guys know what I look like, right?
It's mystical.
Yeah, there you go.
I think you look great. I think you both look great. Your lighting is good.
Oh, you're very sweet.
Great. I like. Is it a dress you have on, Megan, or a blouse?
It's just a blouse.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
That's a pretty color on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So do we have questions from the audience, Megan?
We do. And I just wanted to say though, before, as someone who would love to be a writer one day, I love hearing you guys talking about the plotting and pantsing stuff. I think that's so cool. And I can't believe that you never plot. Like I don't know, it just blows my mind how everyone's so different. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. You know,
get to the questions.
Okay. Yeah. Marie Force does a plot. CD Reese doesn't plot. I'm not the only one. So yeah.
No, I know, it's just so interesting. Okay.
And then people say, where does it come from? I'm like, because there's like 20 people in my head at all times. You don't understand. It's constantly going on in there.
Yeah. You just start writing. And I even talked to Marie Force about this one time at a conference that she was keynoting, and because she talked about how she doesn't plot, and I said, so what do you do when you don't know where to go next? And she said, well, I just write something. And I said, well, that's what I do too. I just thought maybe you'd have, some really sage advice or something, but no, she does what I do. So.
Yep. This is what I think I was going to say to you before. Sorry, Megan, I got one more thing to talk to Helen about. Craft wise, I have figured out I do my best plotting when I'm telling somebody about the plot. Like David will say, so what's going on, in what you're writing? And I'll start telling him, and then I just keep making it up like I'm telling him the story. And it's like doing that on the fly. It's the best way for me to like figure out where my story should go. And so
that's really interesting.
Yeah, I get to that 50,000 word mark and I'm like, I need to tell you what's going on in my book so I can figure out where I'm going from here. I don't know why. It just works
no, that's great that works for you. Dean is actually quite helpful if I get stuck too. He not so much with maybe with the steals, but my earlier books before that. When I was a newer writer, and I would come to a point and I would say, I just don't know where to go from here, and I would tell him about it, and he would always come up with something great.
Yeah.
So
David's great at titles. He titled almost every Secret System book.
Did he really?
Yeah. Wow. He was so good at it. We're like, we need a title, And so, yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
All right, Megan.
Okay, Serena wants to know, Helen, when will the first book release? Do you have any idea of your release date?
For the new series?
Yes.
Yeah, I do have an idea. Probably, I think the end of July.
Oh, soon.
That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm shooting for, because I'm actually going to a conference in Cape Canaveral, Florida at the end of June. It's called the Space Coast Conference. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
Yeah.
They invited me to go, and they do this really cool thing where you can preview a book, where you get books, like a book that's coming out within the next month. At least it has to be at least a month away. So the people think they're getting something really special. They're getting a month.
Right.
And they asked me if I wanted to do that. And I said, well, I've got this new series in my head. And that would give me, a reason to get it done.
Right.
To get it started. Because, give me a deadline and I can do anything. So I'm going to be previewing it at that con, and I'll have probably 10 to 20 print copies to sell there.
Right.
So those people will get to read it first, which will be
that's cool.
So,
and that's a good marketing ploy for them to bring people in.
They can get reviews up and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm really bad with my indie books. With my Entangled books and with my Waterhouse books, the publisher sends out ARCs, and I get all those pre-release reviews, which is great.
Right.
And with my indie books, I get them out so quickly that I don't send out ARCs. I have beta readers. I have a couple beta readers who read it ahead of time and help me, and then they get their reviews up quickly. But with my indie books, that first week is when I get my review. I mean, it takes longer because I don't have an ARC team who goes in and gets reviews up right away. So
now, I know the answer, but we'll pretend I don't. Do you read your own reviews?
No, not usually. Every once in a while, when I want to feel really good about myself, I'll go in and read only the 5-star reviews.
Right.
And that happens sometimes. I don't know. I would say maybe once every couple of months, I go in and read some 5-star reviews if I'm feeling like, because you have up and down months in this business.
Sure.
I have months when I make a killing, and I have months where it's like, pulling teeth to get any money.
Right.
So then and that's when I do that. And every once in a while, and this is very, very rarely, I will go in and read 1-star reviews and self-flagellate a little bit. They don't bother me so much. I like to know what people are thinking. It's not like when I first started writing and when I got my first 1-star, I wanted to hurl myself off a cliff. It's definitely not like that. It does not bother me. So, but normally I don't read them. So.
I read the bad ones when I'm in a great mood and I can laugh, and then I laugh at it. Like, I think this is hilarious. Like, this person is got something else going on, because this review is not about my book. It's about how you can tell that, like, they've got an issue and it's not mine, but it's not, it's not like they're talking about the book even. It's like they're going off about
they're just mad. Yeah.
Some wrong in the world, and somehow I'm the one it landed on that day. So it turns into some kind of weird entertainment. But
I know. I get these, I think one of my favorite bad reviews I've ever gotten is when, I think it was either with Craving or maybe it was when Rebel was free. It was one of my free books. She writes the review and said, damn it, there's a cliffhanger, and the only reason this author put this for free is because she wants us to buy the rest of the books. And I'm sitting there going, yeah. That's why we do that.
It's a series. I don't, why do people get so angry when there's cliffhangers in a series? It's a series. That's how it goes. There's not going to be a wrap up here. It's the like nature of that word. I don't know.
I know, it's crazy.
Okay.
I know.
Megan.
Okay, Kelly wants to know, do you ever feel like you're running out of ideas? This one's for both of you.
Who wants to go first?
I don't.
Well, no, because I get ideas everywhere.
Yeah, the world and people are a constant source of new material. So
you can hear a song, or you can watch an episode of TV or a movie, or you can have a dream. I got an idea once from a dream. I mean, it's crazy. The whole Steel Brothers concept.
Dreaming lately. I haven't dreamt in so long. I don't know what. Like, I used to dream very vividly, and now
you're just not remembering. You're still dreaming. You're just not remembering.
Or because I don't sleep much, so it might have something.
Yeah, I don't know how you exist without sleep, Victoria. I know.
Caffeine. It's caffeine.
She gets up at like 3:30.
I know.
Oh, it's bad. Although don't come between me and my nap now, because that is like the best time of the day is nap time.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Except when I'm at work, that sucks. But on the weekends, I'm always like, it's time for my nap, and then David takes care of Ivy for an hour and I go lay down. And
that is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love nap time. Okay, Miranda wants to know, what's your favorite thing about, I know, I was so excited, my girlfriend. What's your favorite thing about signings for both of you?
You go, Helen, first.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think it is meeting readers. And I'm an introvert, so signings are very hard for me because you have to be on. And I ask anyone who's ever been to a signing with me, I like crash after signings. A lot of times if there's some big party after the signing, I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't. Right. But I love meeting my readers because it means a lot to them and it means a lot to me. And I am just thrilled that there are people out there who want my autograph and who want to meet me. I mean, it's something really special that, I just appreciate them so much, so I do it for the readers. I do it, I don't do it for me because I don't think any author does it for the money. We don't make money on signings. None of us make money on signings. We probably lose money. And, but we do it for the readers because our readers are everything. They're our bread and butter. Without them, we can't do what we do. So it's important to the readers. So it's important to us, or to me. I don't want to speak for you, but
no, I agree. That would be my answer. I love that excitement. When someone comes up to you and they're so excited and they have a story about why that book was important to them or what did in a certain time in their life. All that stuff. It's so fun. It's really neat. It puts that human connection, that human element into it, where it gets to be, I don't look at it as lonely, but writing there's a wall there. I'm writing the computer and that's where it ends until the book goes out and the feedback comes back. So that is, Amy always says, that's your best time, when a book just releases and we start getting the feedback, to just see what people think about it. And because you work all that time, you don't know, is this shit or is it good, or I don't know. And, so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I noticed you and Angel are coming to the Ontario signing.
Yeah.
Naomi's, that's so exciting because we talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see you're going to be in the anthology.
I am. Yeah. I thought when she said we have this going on and I checked out the requirements, I'm like, 10,000 words. I can deal with that. So
Yeah, she asked me to do it and I couldn't do it because I'm doing the anthology for Beyond the Reed, which is in Columbus in July.
Right.
So I'm doing that anthology. In fact, I'm working on that story at this retreat. So I was just like, I can't add another one. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. And it's been a long time since I have written something like that, like a shorty for an anthology. Well, I did Elijah's Weakness a long time ago for one of the books in a Love Books box, like
right. Yeah, I remember
the summer
thing or whatever. Yeah. And it was fun to do because people got a sneak peek at really where I was at in the Shark's Edge series, because that's where I was in the story, even though we were way back in Grant still, releasing those books. And I'm like, I'm all the way up here. And it was fun to do his backstory in that one. So
I like writing shorts. I've always liked writing shorts. If I could just make a living writing only shorts, I would probably do it. But,
right.
But yeah, so it's fun. It's fun to do an anthology sometimes.
Yeah. So I waited way too long to schedule anything. I don't know if I was still thinking, is the world going to fall apart again? Should we wait? Should we, we got into that thing. And so then all of a sudden I was like, I need a schedule for 2023. So I got in the Denver thing, and then I'm going to Canada in May.
Oh, fun.
And then
I have a lot of readers in Canada, but
yeah, I'm excited. I've never been
go
there,
though, because Canada's bigger than the United States. It's like
but they're at Niagara Falls. I've never seen Niagara Falls, even though I grew up on the East Coast. So I think Megan's going to come up there with me to that one,
fun.
Trying to get that all straightened out.
I need to get my passport.
Well, or if you have a real ID, that'll work too.
I don't, but I can get one.
Yeah. And then Naomi's, which is local for us. So that's super easy. And then I'm doing Love in Vegas again. That's official. I got the.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I committed to that, which I love that signing because I love Vegas. So.
I love Vegas too.
Yeah. And then Faith will come out with me to that one because, we can just drive it. So super easy.
And that'll be right after Naomi's then, right?
Yeah, they're back to back.
Halloween weekend, yeah. I'm doing Denver, and then I'm doing the Space Coast one in Florida in June, and then Beyond the Reed in Columbus in July, and then Naomi's in October, and that's all I'm doing for this year.
Yeah.
And then next year I'm doing Denver again. But
I'm
not doing anything else domestically because I'm doing 2 international ones next year.
Yeah.
And I'm only doing Denver because, well, first of all, Lisa's a good friend of mine and she asked me to do it. And second of all, I don't have to go anywhere because I live there. So
yeah. Sometimes I have to do at least one local signing a year because they're like no brainers. So that one in Ontario for me is like up the road, and it's fine. It's so easy, just a day thing. There and back.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, Megan, we're all over the place here.
Tony said, Helen,
sorry, we're interrupting your question.
Oh no. Tony said, Helen, you started to say where your idea for Steel Brothers came from, but you didn't finish. And I think I cut you off with a question, so I'm sorry for that.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we were talking about where to get story ideas, and I know I've answered this before in my group, but there may be people who don't know. The whole idea for Steel Brothers came from a scene in the movie Mystic River. Yeah, that's where I got that. It was a scene where it's a story about 3 friends. I have 3 brothers. This was about 3 friends. And one of them gets abducted and held captive for, I don't know, a week, several days. I don't remember how much. And, and abused and tortured. And the movie touches on how that affects him. And as he grows into adulthood. And so I thought, that would be really interesting to explore that same situation with 3 brothers, make it the middle brother. How does it affect the younger and the older brother as well as the middle brother? So that's, the whole idea came from that scene in Mystic River. Yeah. Like I said, ideas are everywhere, yeah.
Yep. I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Heather wants to know, would you ever consider writing together?
We've actually talked about that. if we ever both have the time. So
yes, we definitely have considered it.
Yeah, I think we would actually, I think our voices would work well together. It's just I have so many irons in the fire right now, and Victoria has a day job and irons in the fire. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's I think eventually you might get your wish. We'll see.
Yeah, I had some commitments to fulfill first, that I made.
I do too. Yeah.
But that's how it goes. We have to make that project a commitment to each other, and then we'll have to fulfill it.
Yeah, we should. I'm trying to think of when it would be right, but we'll have to talk. We'll have to talk privately about our calendars and how it might work out. But I've enjoyed co-writing. I did a series with Vanessa Vale. That was fun. I did one book with Meredith Wild. That was fun. I think if you have the right co-writer, and your voices blend together well, which they did with both Vanessa and Meredith, our voices worked really well together. I think that it's a lot of fun because you can keep each other accountable. It's just another way to just make sure the work gets done,
Right.
So it's fun. Yeah. And well, you did it with Angel forever. So yeah. So
it was more like I didn't know how to write by myself. I was really scared when that first Misadventures came around. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how to do this. But at the time I had a developmental editor also with Waterhouse, not just a managing editor. And so we worked a lot together, she and I, through some of the harder parts that I had, which now I look back on it and probably think that wasn't hard. Now I've been doing it more myself, but at the time, because I was new to that process, it was unfamiliar.
Okay, I like this question. Kelly wants to know, is there a topic either sensitive or close to your heart that you would like to write about? Like something completely out there, like aliens or something? I mean, you can't change what you write that much, right? But if you guys could just do something completely different, is there something you would do?
We can write whatever we want, whenever we want. There's certain, obviously, like my commitments to Waterhouse are contemporary romance commitments, or, so it just depends on if you are, committed to something. But if I wanted to write about aliens, I could do that. But I don't know. See, a lot of people say to me, why don't you write about, breast cancer? Or why don't you write about having an adult child that's severely disabled? Or, because I'm living that. I don't want to also write about it. It's true. I could do it till I'm blue in the face and get all the facts correct without having to look them up. But it's not something, I feel like it's almost, not the easy way out, but I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it. It's almost like it's so obvious that, well, of course she did that, so that's why I don't want to do it, because I'd rather do something a little more challenging. I love writing with mental health stuff involved in it, because so many people in my life have, diagnosed mental health conditions, and seeing how much it affects everyone's daily life and then all the people around them and stuff, it's become very important to me.
I like to write historicals and paranormals, and I have some historicals and paranormals, but my readership really just wants to see contemporary from me. The paranormals and the historicals just don't sell well for me. So if I had my way, I'd write more of both of them, because historicals especially, because you really get to go back in time, and it does require a lot of research, but it's really fun. And it's really fun to write without talking about texting and cell phones and the internet. It's just kind of fun like that. And paranormal, I love paranormal because you can pretty much do anything, but my series in those two genres just haven't done nearly as well as my contemporaries.
I really enjoyed Blood Bond, y'all. If you haven't read that one,
I'm glad you did.
That. I really did. I thought it was great. I
enjoyed writing it. I really did. But I've kind of been indulging myself with paranormal by writing on Vella, Kindle Vella.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing I've just started a new one on Vella. I think it's up to like episode 5 now or whatever. And that just gives me a chance to maybe reach a different set of readers who don't just expect contemporary from me. So and whether I get a lot of reads or I don't, it just gives me an outlet for it. So
Right.
So that's kind of fun. As far as like aliens and stuff, I'll be honest, I would really like to write, I would like to go very dark. I like dark stuff. My stuff tends to be on the darker side anyway, but you guys don't even know where my mind goes.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure my readership would appreciate as dark as I might want to go. So,
Right.
I keep it. I want to. It's kind of like what I think Melanie Harlow said. Don't give them spaghetti when they want cake. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want my readers happy. So.
Right.
But I enjoy very dark romance. I enjoy very dark. I enjoy horror. I enjoy dark thrillers.
Yeah. Do you like the mind fuck? Is that like
absolutely? Absolutely like that. I will read Dubious Consent.
Yeah, I love con and non-con too. I enjoy consuming it. I don't think I could do it justice writing it, so I don't even but I do enjoy it as a consumer for sure.
Maybe you and I should go dark when we write together.
Tony says, "Ooh, we like dark."
You like dark? How dark?
We like dark, yeah.
How dark do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Tell me. Tell us now.
Yeah.
The other question I had, you kind of just answered. So Cheryl wanted to know, Helen, are you going to do another historical romance? But
no,
you said you're not going to focus on that.
No, I mean, I would love to, but a girl's got to eat.
Yeah. I don't want to do historical, so I'll say that. We'll do dark, not historical. It's never been my jam. There's a lot of interesting things going on, obviously, in history, but it wasn't something I paid a whole lot of attention to, in school. So it would be a lot of going back and learning,
it was for me. It was for me, but at that time when I wrote my historical series, I was also reading a lot of historical, so I got a lot of it through reading other historical fiction.
Right.
But I still did need to do research. But it was fun. It was really fun to write. I would love to write more, but no.
How many hours a day do you write?
I write probably 2 to 3 hours a day. And my word count is anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 words per day, depending on what schedule I've set for myself.
Right. Do you work on the weekends?
Not unless I have to. And I don't ever write on the weekend. I use weekends for things like editing when edits come and then need them right back away, and that happens not so much with the Waterhouse, but with Entangled. They will get them to me and say, we need these right back. We're on a tight schedule. And I'm there goes my weekend. Right. Scott is pretty good about giving me, like 3 weeks to get everything done. So I don't
That's
have
what
that
I've been doing all weekend, editing, but it's just a little break. It's like, you know what I mean? It's a different mindset. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So someone said, I just lost it, but it said, I would love to see something very dark from both of you together. And then someone else said, dark, the darker the better.
Okay. Well, Victoria, that's a challenge, huh?
All right.
Maybe we'll have to think about going dark when we finally have the time to do something.
I have a brainstorm for our project, and so I wonder if we could twist it dark. Okay.
We can twist anything dark.
Yeah, we'll chat.
Actually, it's good to hear that they like dark, because this new series is going to be dark. It's going to be Steel Brothers dark, which is pretty dark in some ways. We'll see. Maybe I may go a little darker. We'll see.
All right.
We have one more question, and then it's already 10 o'clock. Can you believe it?
Gosh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Terry wants to know, Victoria, how much do you write per day?
Well, like Helen said, and I say all the time, I have a full-time job. And so I still try to write about 2 hours a night, sometimes more if I have enough energy. It also depends on if I have care for my daughter, because my daughter is full-time care, like my eyes and hands on her. And so I have someone with me 3 nights a week. And so on those nights, I definitely have set aside for writing only, because then I can do it without being interrupted. And then if I can write on the days where I have to care for her, then I do that. But I can't guarantee that I'll get, you know, anything super productive done because she's a spicy girl.
Okay, well, it's already, let's see the time. Oh my gosh, 1 minute till 10. So
Wow.
we're gonna do some giveaways, and Amy, the lovely Amy, has helped with choosing some winners, so we already know who won. But do you want to say what you're gonna give away?
What are you giving away, Helen?
I will probably give away a copy of Rebel because I have like 50 copies. In fact, I'll give away 2. So pick 2 winners.
Okay.
And Amy knows how to get in touch with me. So yeah, just give me the names and addresses of my winners, Amy, and I'll get them out.
I always say people can tell me whatever they want. And for those people still waiting for their stuff, I am so sorry. It's been a little nutty, but tomorrow is earmarked for packaging. So I'm going to get my stuff out, then it'll get mailed Monday. But I have Jacob Starr print copies. So if you want that and you want to be among the first people to read it, you can choose that today. And I'm thinking
that comes out. When does that come out? April
29th.
Okay,
something like that. So I think I also am going to keep your eye out on my social medias. We're going to do a block giveaway. You know, something's going to have to happen. Like you got to do something, maybe post a new review on one of the other shark books or something like that you haven't already reviewed for a copy of Jacob Starr. I think that would be a good one, but keep your eye on that. We'll put something up soon for that. But yeah, so whatever, including Jacob Starr, Megan.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
I have copies of Chance too, but that does come out like next weekend, so it's not like you have to wait that long. But you'd probably get it quicker than me sending it. So
right.
Jacob Starr is April 18th. I just looked.
April 18th.
Sure.
I said 29th. Okay. That was a week extra.
All right. For Victoria, it's Dana. And for Helen, it's Serena and Heather.
All right. Serena. Is it Serena Drummond? I know Serena.
Yes.
Heather, probably. I may know Heather. I have a lot of Heathers in my group. So. Heather who?
Sala? S-A-L-A?
Yes, I do know Heather Sala. Okay. Yeah. All right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your retreat to come chat.
Oh, no problem. I'm done. I'm done working for the day. I'm gonna go sit in the hot tub now. So
nice.
Drink some more wine, sit in the hot tub.
Thank you so much. I mean, you told me today, but I didn't realize you would be gone. So thank you for doing it, even though you weren't, even though you weren't at home.
No problem. No, this is fun.
All right.
Thank you
everyone for coming. We'll see you
guys. Good to see everybody.
Bye.
See you next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.